Hello everybody, Miko here again, back from my 28-day self-imposed live stream challenge. Today is day 22 as we're winding down, and we're going to continue the subject we were talking about yesterday, which was about delayed gratification, and that's taken from my book, How a Postage Stamp Saved My Life. So today, just to recap yesterday, it's so important to delay gratification because so many good things happen for you when you say no to yourself and you go and you do the thing that you know that you were meant to do. So today we're going to continue on in that vein, and the reason I bring that up again is because a lot of people say, well, delayed gratification is not an easy thing to do. So I want to talk about that word easy. That's one word that you need to delete from your vocabulary because you don't want things to be easy. Tell me one thing that's worthwhile in life that is easy to get or easy to do. Everything requires work. Everything requires sacrifice, and everything requires discipline. But it makes you a better person. It makes you have a better character. So easy is not what you want. You want something that's going to challenge you, that's going to make you stretch yourself so you can become the person you want to become. I like this quote by Jim Rohn. He says that what trips people up when it comes to easy is that whatever is easy to do is also easy not to do. So he says it's easy to exercise, but do most people do it? It's easy to get 8 hours of sleep, but do most people do it? It's easy to eat healthy, but do most people do it? No, because it's so easy. So that word, it like trips you up. So you have to be careful not to always think about, oh, I want the easy thing in life. No, you want to be stretched, and that means hard work. Jim Rohn also goes on to say, he says, neglect starts off as an infection, but it quickly leads to disease. He says, if we neglect to do wise thing if we neglect to do wise things with our money, we're going to end up broke. If we neglect to take good care of our health, we're going to end up sick. If we neglect to do that thing that we know we should be doing, but we're not doing it, we're going to end up with an unfulfilled life. So according to Jim Rohn, the formula for disaster, something you don't want, is, he says, is this: you should do it, you could do it, but you don't do it. That is the formula for disaster. You should, you could, but you just refuse to and you don't. He says, do not neglect. If you do neglect, then you'll be driving what you don't want to drive. You'll be working where you don't want to work. You'll be living where you don't want to live. And you're the one who's going to have to put up with that neglect and that lack in your life. So you just have to institute some very good habits now so that you don't neglect the more important things in life. He gives another illustration. He says, how tall does a tree grow? Think about that for a minute. How tall does a tree grow? I like this. As tall as it can. We have to be like trees. We have to stop settling for what is beneath us, and we have to stretch ourselves to do the very best we can. Be like the tree. Reach your potential. Don't just sit back and just always want everything to be easy. Reach. Do the work that you need to do. I like this quote by Mel Robbins. She's the author of the 5-Second Rule and also Stop Saying You're Fine. She says, if you don't start doing the things you don't feel like doing, you will wake up in a year from in a year from today and be in the exact same place? Is that the life you want? So that's the question you have to ask yourself. If you are completely happy, you want absolutely no changes in your life, and you want to be exactly where you are today, next year, then of course, yes, do nothing. But if you want improvement, and most of us humans want improvement in our life, then we have to make changes. Let me ask you a question. When is a rubber band useful? Think about that. When is a rubber band useful? It's only useful when it's stretched. We use rubber bands because they stretch. So that's the same thing for us. In life, stretching is required. Yes, you have to stretch. You have to get out of your comfort zone. You can't just settle for being mediocre or average. You cannot do what everyone else is doing. You have to do your own thing. You have to aim for what you know that you might not be able to reach, but when you aim for that, you are going to reach it. Instead of aiming for something that's super, super close to you, then yeah, you'll reach that too, but you won't grow. So remember this, for every promise, there is a price to pay. We have to pay the price in order to become the person that we want to become, or to do what it is that we want to do. There is a price we have to pay, but it is for our benefit. When we pay the price, we benefit. It makes us better individuals. Moving on. The last thing I want to talk about is think of a common house plant. There's only two states for the plant. It's either growing or it's dying. If it ceases to grow, then it dies. Everything that ceases to grow dissipates and dies. The same thing for us. If we're not continually growing, we're not continually getting better, then we also are going to wither away and die. I like this quote by Abraham Maslow. He says, "If you plan on being less than you are capable of being, you will probably be unhappy all of the days of your life." So it's important that you always strive to continue to grow. And growing requires stretching, requires some type of sacrifice, some type of struggle, some type of pain. But in the end, you are a better person. When you can delay gratification, when you can say no to yourself, when you can live at a higher level, then your life will resemble that as well. So just wanted to share that with you today. And today is the last day that Jeff Walker is offering his product launch course. So this is it. By midnight tonight, Pacific Standard Time, you have to enroll. So there's a link in my bio if you're interested. So I just want to say thank you for being on this journey with me, and please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.